Good morning everyone. This video is for the students of class 12, subject economics. In this video, we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 11 from macroeconomics. The name of the chapter is foreign exchange rate. Okay, and this is our lecture number 1. In this video, we are going to read about what do we mean by foreign exchange and foreign exchange rate. Then we will read about what is flexible exchange rate and what are the impact of increase or decrease in demand and supply. Okay. So what do we mean by foreign exchange? See, all countries have their own currencies. Okay, like India has rupee. Okay, America has US dollar. Okay, so foreign exchange refers to foreign currency. Okay, the stock of foreign exchange within a country refers to the stock of all foreign currencies with RBI at the point of time. Okay, we are talking with the reference to India. So what would be the stock of foreign exchange of India? It would refer to the stock of all the foreign currencies which the central bank of our country, that is RBI, has at a point of time. Okay, so basically currencies are known as foreign exchange. Foreign currencies are known as foreign exchange. Now, what do we mean by foreign exchange rate? See, as I told you that all countries have their own currencies, okay, but these currencies are acceptable within their territories only. Okay, currencies of one country is generally not accepted in some other country. Okay, for example, take if an American firm is there and if we are the importer from India. Okay, if an American firm exports good to India, okay, to us, it would like to receive the payment in dollars. Okay, and as a result, we as an importer will have to convert our Indian rupees into American dollars so that we can make payment to the American dealer. Okay, now the question arises how we will convert our Indian rupee into American dollar. So the rate at which domestic currency can be exchanged for foreign currency, that rate is known as foreign exchange rate. Okay, so what happens when it comes to convert one currency into other? Okay, there are fixed rates at which we can convert the currencies. Okay, that rate at which the domestic currency can be exchanged for foreign currency, that rate is known as foreign exchange rate. Okay, for example, if I say for $1, for $1 I have to pay rupees 50. Okay, so this is the exchange rate. This ratio is known as foreign exchange rate. Okay. Now, there are two types of foreign exchange rate, fixed exchange rate and flexible exchange rate. In this video lecture, we shall study about flexible exchange rate. So, flexible exchange rate is that rate which is determined by the supply and demand forces in the foreign exchange market. Okay, or we can say it refers to a system in which exchange rate is determined by the forces of demand and supply of different currencies in the foreign exchange market. Okay, there is no role of government in foreign exchange market. Okay, and the value of currency is allowed to fluctuate freely according to the changes in demand and supply of the foreign currency. So the exchange rate at which demand for foreign currency is equal to its supply is called par rate of exchange, or we can say equilibrium rate of exchange. Okay, so basically flexible exchange rate is that system where the exchange rate is determined by the supply and demand forces of different currencies in the foreign exchange market. Now, how we will determine the flexible exchange rate? Okay, demand for and supply of foreign exchange are the two basic determinants of flexible exchange rate. Okay, now on the basis of demand for foreign currency and supply of foreign currency, we will understand how flexible exchange rate is determined in the market. Now see why foreign exchange is demanded. Okay, when people deal with foreign countries, at that time the foreign currency is demanded. Okay, during the time of import of goods and services, or for tourism, or for purchase of an asset in foreign countries, we need foreign currency. Now there is inverse relationship between demand for foreign exchange and rate of foreign exchange. That is why demand curve for foreign exchange is downward sloping. See, initially rupees 50 were exchanged for $1. Okay, so the exchange rate is low. So the demand for the foreign exchange or foreign currency was 200. Okay, now when this exchange rate has increased, okay, and now we have to pay rupees 70 for $1, then obviously demand for foreign currency would decrease. Now the demand for foreign currency is 100. This shows that when foreign exchange rises, demand decreases. Okay, so there is inverse relationship between rate of foreign exchange and demand for foreign exchange. That is why demand curve for foreign exchange is downward sloping. Now it comes to supply of foreign exchange or foreign currency. Okay, from where the supply of foreign currency comes? It comes through exports of goods and services. Okay, the amount which foreigners invest in our country. Okay, this also that amount also increases the supply of foreign currency. So there is positive relationship between supply of foreign exchange and rate of foreign exchange. Positive relationship means if the rate of foreign exchange will increase, that means supply will also increase. If foreign exchange rate will decrease, that means supply of foreign exchange will also decrease. And that is why the supply curve for foreign exchange is positively or upward sloping. Okay, see, when rupees 50 were given for $1, okay, when in exchange of $1 we need to pay rupees 50, the supply of foreign exchange was 100. Now when the foreign exchange rate has increased, that means now when we have to pay rupees 70 for $1, the supply of foreign exchange has also increased to 200 units. So this shows that there is positive relationship between the foreign exchange rate and supply of foreign exchange. Now, what is equilibrium rate of exchange, or we can say par rate of exchange? It is that rate of exchange when supply of foreign currency is equal to demand for foreign currency. Okay, so see in this diagram, supply and demand for foreign currency are shown on x-axis and rate of exchange is shown on y-axis. Okay, this is supply curve of foreign exchange. It is upward sloping because there is positive relationship between rate of exchange and supply of foreign currency. That says that if there is increase in rate of exchange, then supply will increase. If there is decrease in foreign exchange rate, then supply of foreign currency will decrease. This is demand curve for foreign exchange rate, which shows that there is inverse relationship between rate of exchange and demand of foreign currency. That means if there is increase in rate of exchange, then demand will fall. If there is decrease in rate of exchange, then demand will rise. Okay, so the point E shows the point of equilibrium where the supply of foreign exchange is equal to demand of foreign exchange at the rate of exchange R. Okay, because when rate of exchange was R1, the supply was more, that was ON, and demand was less, that is OM. And when rate of exchange was less than R, that means R2, supply was less, that is OM, and demand was more, that is ON. Okay, so basically equilibrium rate of exchange is that rate of exchange where supply of foreign currency is equal to demand of foreign currency. Okay. Now we shall study what is the impact of increase or decrease in demand and supply on foreign currency or on the domestic currency. So the first situation is impact of increase in demand for foreign currency. See, increase in demand is reflected by a shift in demand curve to the right. Okay, when there is increase in demand, the demand curve for foreign exchange will shift to the right. Okay, that means there is increase in demand. Our demand has increased from OQ to OQ1. Okay, that shows that the foreign exchange rate will also increase from OR to OR1, which says that earlier we were paying rupees 60 for $1, and now when demand has increased we have to pay rupees 70 for $1. That shows that the value of our domestic currency has depreciated. Okay, so if there is increase in demand for foreign currency, there would be depreciation of domestic currency. Okay. Second situation is impact of decrease in demand for foreign currency. Okay, now decrease in demand for foreign currency is shown by shift in demand curve to the left. That means our demand curve from D will shift to demand curve D1. Okay, that means earlier we were demanding OQ foreign currency. Our demand for foreign currency was OQ. Now it has reduced to OQ1. That means foreign exchange rate will also fall. See, earlier we were paying rupees 60 for $1. Okay, now we are paying rupees 50 for $1 at OR1. Okay, at this rate, new rate, we are paying rupees 50. That means we are paying less. That means the value of our domestic currency has appreciated. Okay, so basically if we are paying less rupees in exchange of $1, that means the domestic currency has appreciated, and if we are paying more rupees in exchange to $1, that means the value of our domestic currency has depreciated. Okay, so increase in demand will show depreciation of domestic currency and decrease in demand will show appreciation of domestic currency. The next situation is impact of increase in supply of foreign currency. Okay, see, there is positive relationship between supply of foreign currency and exchange rate. So that's why supply curve of foreign exchange rate is upward sloping. Now, increase in supply of foreign exchange or foreign currency is shown by shift in supply curve to the right. So, when earlier the supply curve was this one, S. Okay, supply of foreign currency was OQ and foreign exchange rate was OR. Okay, now when the supply has increased to OQ1, the rate of exchange has reduced to OR1. Okay, that shows that the value of domestic currency has appreciated. Okay, a decrease in price of foreign currency. Okay, now there will be decrease in price of foreign currency in terms of domestic currency means that domestic currency has appreciated. See, earlier we were paying rupees 60 for $1. Now when supply has increased, we are paying rupees 50 for $1. That means the value of our currency, okay, of our domestic currency has increased or appreciated. Now the last situation is impact of decrease in supply of foreign currency. Okay, now decrease in supply of foreign currency is shown by shift in supply curve to the left. Okay, so earlier when the supply was S, okay, there was supply of OQ. The supply of foreign currency was OQ and exchange rate was OR. Now when the supply has reduced to OQ1, now the supply has reduced to OQ1, that means foreign exchange rate has increased to OR1. That means earlier at this rate of exchange, we were paying rupees 60 for $1, and now after decrease in supply of foreign currency, we are paying this rate R1, which shows that we are paying rupees 70 for $1. Now we are paying more money. That means the value of our domestic currency has depreciated. Okay. So briefly we can say that foreign exchange rate rises when demand for foreign currency rises or supply of foreign currency falls. Okay. If demand rises and supply falls, then there will be rise in foreign exchange rate. And if there is rise in foreign exchange rate, that means we have to pay more currency, more rupee for $1. In exchange to $1, we have to pay more rupee. That means the value of our domestic currency will depreciate. On the other hand, exchange rate falls when demand for foreign currency falls. Okay, if we are not demanding for foreign currency, then exchange rate will also fall. And when supply of foreign currency rises, okay, now when there is more supply of foreign currency, then also the foreign exchange rate will fall. Now basically, if there is fall in foreign exchange, that means we have to pay less rupee in exchange to $1. That means the value of our domestic currency is appreciated. Okay. So now your homework is you have to read page number 333 to 340 of chapter number 11, foreign exchange rate from macroeconomics.